All right, we are back. It's 21 minutes to the top of the hour. And yes, we're still talking money matters when it comes to all sorts of relationships in your jobs, your businesses, family. It's very important. Even before you get married is one of the very important areas that you need to talk about. Now, the most important thing is how do you create wealth? Because at every point in time, you would always need money for the right reason. So how do you create wealth and sustain that wealth for yourself? How do you use money? According to Pastor Wisdom, it's a good servant, it's a good employee, and it's a very bad master.
Bad master. Because you can't control it at some point.
You can't. Well, you can control it, actually.
Yeah, if it's your servant. But when it's a master, who controls the master?
Master will control you.
Okay, so we still have Pastor Wisdom in the studio. Before we went on the break, we're still breaking down some of the 4 points that you had listed earlier on.
Yeah, listed 6, and we're taking the first one, which is turning your talent to wealth. The point we're trying to make is to encourage families, people in relationship to, in this situation, all economies, in every time in the season in life, you must realize that when you say somebody is working does not mean going to an office. Okay? If your husband or your wife loses his or her job, that is not the end of life. That's why we're doing all this, to say that you have an inbuilt blessing, an inbuilt endowment from God that can help you. So, for instance, when the Bible says in Genesis, and God blessed man, the word blessed means to be empowered to prosper. And so these talents are the seemingly hidden empowerment on our inside that we should use to move forward. And so you must pick these things and run with them. You might just be cooking. The same skill you're using to cook at home and your husband will eat and there is no leftover. You can commercialize that. That's what we're trying to say. Okay. The same way you can talk to your wife and she will laugh and you are her one man, she's just your one customer comedian. You can turn that to self. That's what I'm trying to say. That every person has something and you can use that. And so you can see the lives of many people like Roger Federer, talk about his hand, what he's doing with his hand, about Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo, what doing with their legs. Okay, people have skills they can use, even beauty pageants, they use their body. There's something you have, that's the point, that you can use, and instead of crying, because Bible says the gift of a man will make a room for the person, make way for the person. Gift includes physical things you give, but it also means the gift that you have that you can use to make a room, make a way. And as I said, your gift's supposed to pay the bills of your life. And that's what you want to drive towards. Number 2, or what you want to do when you want to convert your talent to wealth, that try to answer the question you asked, how do I know this? Exactly. Is to assess your passion. Choose, one of the 700 giftings you have and focus on one of them. Your passion is what I call your power zone. This is a place you do something that even if you're not paid for it, you can still go ahead and do it. Yes. It's and somebody like Adora or Mary Ann, they're doing what they love to do. And they're not supposed to be paid, actually. But
we actually can do it without getting paid, but because we have to put food on the table, we need to
I need to be paid.
I love my job. I could do it for free, but tell me you got to pay.
Yeah, because
so you see, that's your garden, that's your area. But some people that they can't just stand, doing what you're doing, because that's not their area. It's like fish that's out of the water. So your passion, your passion is a pointer to that gift you should start working on. That's the point I'm trying to make. Your passion is a pointer to the talents you can begin to process. Your talent, it's your territory, your sphere where you can have maximum influence. It's a place where, people talk about following your heart, and I say, follow your heart, okay, and follow your passion as far as that is what your heart has told you to. You have to follow it. Your passion is a sign to where your talent is located. Your passion is like a compass. It's like a compass that you don't want to ignore. Pay attention to your passion. Attention to your passion can help you bring the maximum effect you are looking for. That's what makes you look like a genius when you are in a place where you have been gifted by God. That's the endowment. That's the blessing that God has put in there for you. So I encourage you to follow. Refuse to follow, other people's advice that is not in agreement with your passion. It's like Mary Kay, the woman we call Mary Kay.
Yeah.
She started that business after retirement.
Really?
Yeah, after retirement.
Wow.
She retired, they paid her, not gratuity yet, but severance, and then she just got it up and started. Few weeks later, the husband that was helping her, she was in the manufacturing, the man was in the administration and then marketing. The husband died. But you see, no matter who is absent, your passion can push you through any struggle. In these seasons that people are, having a lot of economic challenges, your passion can push you past doom and boom. Okay, any kind of it can push you past that, because your passion is something you don't want to give up on. You're going to fight. You have to. It helps you to be in control in a sense, and so you want to make sure that you follow your passion. So don't ignore the passion that your wife is expressing great interest, or your husband is showing interest in. That passion can just be that thing that can put food on that family table. Okay. Number 3, in processing your talent to wealth, is to understand the place of processing. And maybe we might stop here today to take some questions, or maybe we can take one more if we can have the time, is to work on it. Now I have seen this talent. I mean, there are some people that also have the gifts to sing, but I think Marianne has done some before. When they come to sing in singing competitions or all these idol and all of that. When some people sing, you sleep. Okay, some people sing, you wake up. Some I think
that make you want to run away.
Yeah, some make want to even throw out. Okay, so but you see, that does not nullify the fact that they are not talented. The point is that they have not worked on it, and nobody will pay a premium for an unprocessed talent.
So
you have
need
to
work
process.
on your talent.
You have to work on it. You have to work on that. Okay, nothing works until somebody works it.
So how do you work your talent? I think that's the question.
Excellent. I'll give you some things. One is to know your talent. Number 1. 2, if you are multi-talented, please, this is what I'm saying. Many multi-talented people end up average.
Why is that?
Because they are now pursuing so many talents. It's like I read the biography of little biography of Oprah Winfrey, reputed one of the best media person, you could say, a presenter. You realize that her strength is not even in just talking. Her strength is in her articulate mind to ask questions. She can ask you questions until you say what you didn't plan to say, or something you have already vowed I won't say. But she would so much draw you to the point. It's like this lady in CNN, Amanda. Yeah, she can drag you to the point you're going to say it. That's a skill. It looks like a soft skill, but it's a powerful skill. So she said that she used to sing in her church choir. At age 6, already singing in church choir. Okay. She was also good in drama. And then she also good in talking. But you see, she realized that if I'm going to play with these 3, you end up being an average. So she decided to take one. Even when she said she was going to, if you heard one time ago, she was going to resign from talking and doing all those shows, what did she do?
She went back to, you mean Oprah?
Yes. What did she do?
She started her own network.
Good. That's what I'm headed to. She even took it to the next level.
Yeah.
That a passion is something you can't go away from. She said, I'm done with shows. What she has to go open a station because she just have to keep talking. In a sense, she wants to have more control of what she's doing. So it's important you understand that people are living in penury when their passion is supposed to provide for them. And that passion, you don't want to ignore it. You want to pay stronger. So one is to know it, to analyze, to know out of all of this, which one can I keep focus on? Okay, you can be a singer, an editor, an author. You're going to be an average person. Okay. You want to be a great thing in one thing. Then next thing you want to do is to begin to utilize every chance you have to exhibit it, because practice. Some people say practice made perfect, but I change it to say practice makes improvements.
Okay.
Because perfection means a room of no improvement. Okay. So practice makes improvement. So begin to practice it. Maybe you feel that you know how to dance. Put up a music in your room and start dancing. People are making money just by dancing. Okay. So you want to do that. You want to begin to practice. It's just like what's his name now? Joseph in the Bible. Joseph began by interpreting dreams to people that couldn't pay him, and that's the problem some people have. Until you pay them, they can't do nothing. Okay, so you must. The first lady I mentioned about earlier, I didn't want to call names, House of Tara. She started making up people without charging money. Okay, until now, is a great organization right now. But you need to be willing to do something without being paid. Okay, if somebody asks you, has noticed that you can do something, you'll be able to. And then number 4, you want to be able to endure the processes. You want to endure the process. So I normally encourage people, you have to start now. Start with what you have. Okay. Start with where you are. Okay. And on your way to where you're going to meet some challenges on the way, but don't allow challenges to deter you. All right. When challenges come, do like an eagle. Spread your wings and fly. Challenges can actually pay your bills. They can bring out the best in you. That's why challenges are the breakfast of champions. You can't be a champion without a challenger. So when challenges come in the process, you can't tell me you're looking all together right now, but that's not how it started with you in broadcasting. But now you have worked on yourself. You have done everything. Maybe there's a time they asked you to pronounce your word. You couldn't pronounce well. But now you've learned it. You've tried it. I mean, you've rehearsed. First time I started recording on radio, and my boss would send me on air to go do something for our university then. Okay. And I'll go on air and I'll, try to... When I come back, I realize I need to work. So I started getting the recordings of what I used to say to work on myself. Sometimes when people think now, they say, did you go to any media? I didn't go to any media. But it's out of just trying to make sure I'm out there to use every opportunity to exhibit that, whatever it is. If it's cooking, if it's doing cake, if it's doing something, there's a skill you have. You want to put that skill to work and then begin to take it to the next level. When hardship comes, go ahead, look for a mentor. Yeah. Look for someone that has been where you are, right? You want to go to. A mentor is like a prophecy of your tomorrow. It's someone that has been where you want to be, someone have done what you want to do, someone has become what you want to become. And that person, the strength of mentorship is wisdom transfer, which means a mentor will show you a shorter cut of, when you see a mentor doing something, it looks easy. It's like, playing football. If you have watched, all these great guys, Messi or Ronaldo playing, it looks so easy. But it's not that easy. And that's why we have best players on the spectator stands, and they just say you could have done it this way. But put them there, they can't succeed that way. Very so true. You must understand that this passion you're going to put it in this way. Okay. Maybe I should close with this today. Is that after you have started processing it, don't stop at just processing it in an abstract way. Concretize it into a product.
Okay. A product.
And then that's why if you know how to sing, for instance, you get an album.
Mm-hmm. Okay, something that people can buy.
Yes, okay. It spreads you. Maybe the next third section should talk about that. Maybe the next edition. Not the I'm going to finish this thing. Yeah. You talk about how are you going to? It's like what God told them in the Dominion mandate says, "Be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth, okay, and dominate." And that is a business. That is 4 solid business platforms.
Really?
To grow any business.
Okay.
That's as simple as it is. It means, for instance, let's take, for instance, somebody is a singer. It means that you to be fruitful, okay, it means that produce a fruit. An album is a fruit. A book is a fruit. Don't just stay. As powerful as Donald Trump is, the first book he wrote made some real. That is a product.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's a product. Okay, so you do. Then number 2 is be fruitful, multiply. Multiply means then you don't just have one copy of the CD. Go and duplicate it.
Okay.
Replenish talks about the distribution system or marketing system. Means where are you going to spread this to? And then when they say dominate or sub, it means dominate. That means become the dominant force. It's like Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola started with, if you recall the history, they used to go and buy Coca-Cola with cup, like a coffee shop. You go just like a dispenser, it dispenses for you, and you pay some cents, and you go. But now somebody brought an idea. We can bottle this, and they replenish, and then now it's all over the world. So you must realize that one, if I'm going to process my talent, one, I must understand I have a potential. Number 2, I must begin to work hard, okay, to understand where my passion lies. Number 3, I must process it. And then number 4, I have to find a product for it.
Okay.
Wow. Very powerful. Very powerful.
Lovely, but unfortunately we might not be able to take any calls because we're out of time and we have just 3 minutes before we go. We have...
Let's give at least one person.
We have
just 2 minutes, and we have, some wealth creation program also on wealth and money.
Yeah, so can we take the email, so if you have questions, so that we can start off next week with those questions.
The first thing we want to do, more than just questions, we want to make it more interactive. If you can follow us on Twitter, that's powerful. Or City Wisdom, okay, on Twitter, on Facebook or Instagram. But I think City Wisdom on Twitter is powerful. On email, you just say the lead pastor, LEAD pastor, one word, at thewisdomplace.net. Okay, and then you can send us on this WhatsApp number. You can also send us SMS or call 0902 1088 725. I'll take that one more time, 090 210 88 725.
All right, well, that's the most we can take today on the show. But if you'd like to send us an email, you want to talk more about this issue, or you'd like to, ask some questions, send an email to dora@nigeriainfo.fm, or better still, you could send a mail to maryann@nigeriainfo.fm or views@nigeriainfo.fm. We'd love to hear from you, and of course we'll give you feedback. That's it for today. There's never enough time to talk about these issues, but next week I promise you we will open up the phone lines and talk.
We'll have more questions.
Yes, and interactions, of course, because it's very important. The banter continues tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. every weekday on the Midday Dialogue. I am Maryann Okon.
And my name is Adora Koli. Have a beautiful afternoon, and Kofi Bartels will be here shortly with Hard Fact.